How's it going, everybody? So I'm just about to get started with another Innistrad draft. I think I was just going to do one more tonight. We got to watch some silly Legacy earlier, but let's just play some Innistrad. That's what I want to do before this goes away. And I can jump on Legacy, and then once Cube comes up, of course, I'll be doing Cube. All right, let's get some players. Alright, just a couple more players, we can get started. I even grabbed some candy from Paragon City Games. Just grabbed a handful. I'm like, yep, this will do. A little bit of candy, a little bit of beer. What else do I need? Alright. What is this garbage? Don't love this card. Ghoul is pretty good. It's definitely not bad. It's kind of just a 4-mana 3/2 with like bad lifelink, I guess. Boneyard Worm. It's really hard to first pick this card, but it is very powerful. I'm not seeing a whole lot else that's very strong. I feel like this Cloistered Youth is the strongest card in the pack, so I'm going to take it. Nah, that's another rare that I feel like is like a build around. Even Spider Spawning is kind of hard to take this early, but this is one of the best cards in the... this is like the decider for green-black, and I do love playing green-black. This card's good. Prey Upon's great. And I could also like jump on this flyer. It's a 5-mana 3/3 flyer. It's pretty good. Could just stay in white right now and see what happens after. It feels bad passing this, but I'm probably just gonna take this. Another rare, jeez. If a zombie you control would deal combat damage to a player, instead that player puts that many cards from the top of his or her library into his or her graveyard. Whenever a creature card is put into an opponent's graveyard from their library, I get a 2/2. None of this excites me. Like, this card could be fine. It's probably the most powerful card in the pack. Spectral Flight is decent. I like Dark Thicket Wolf a lot. I'm going to take Dark Thicket Wolf. Kind of not on the... Not too pleased about the other one. I like this card a lot. I like Skirstad Cultist a lot. It is a double red card, though. Yeah, this card's good, too. It's for a very aggressive deck, which Cloistered Youth is definitely on that. Hey, how's it going, the Wyatt? Welcome in. Just getting started with an Innistrad draft. Thanks for joining me. Bonds of Faith is probably my best. Makes it so a non-human can't attack or block. I mean, Claustrophobia is also decent. Just stay on white for now. Another rare. Jeez. Alright. So, Banshee's great. It's also a spirit, not that this ability really matters too much. But, so is Voiceless Spirit, so... into a horror. Probably taking the Voiceless Spirit. I don't know. Jumping on the black would be kind of fun. And this card's not, like, phenomenal. Let's see. EDU is best format? I don't know about that. I'm gonna take this Banshee. Not really sure what we're in yet, so I've learned my lesson. This card is great. Surprisingly powerful. I mean, I like this card, but I don't have a ton to mess with that yet. Good start now. It looks like blue could be a really good option, but I still like this rig better than any other card in the pack. Did I just sort by convert my guess? Okay. I like the wolf again. I'm definitely happy to have multiple. Don't hate Spidery Grasp, but probably not what I'm taking. I don't have enough creatures to really utilize. I feel like you have to have like some kind of token outlet to use Demon Mail. So I'm just going to take another wolf. Enough value drawing RTs. We've seen so many rares in this pack, it's insane. Intangible Virtue? That'd be super sweet if I could get that going. I highly doubt I can, but... I don't really love any card in this. I think I am just going to take the Intangible Virtue and then just see if things can go that way. There's not really a lot going for me in that pack, though. Well... I could go the Intangible Virtue Gutter Grime route. That is super tempting. EDH? Oh, EDH is best format. I was going to say, I'm like, I don't know what EDU is, but okay. Maybe take a Night Terrors. Night Terror. Don't hate this. Might play that. We'll see. Not the greatest first pack. We'll see where our second one leads us. We haven't really committed to anything yet. I like our white cards. And green looks okay, but we don't have any power anywhere. Don't have a whole lot of humans, but that's another thing I could start picking up. Brimstone Volley is insane. I don't have enough humans to make this work. As much as I would love to make this card work, but I'm just not seeing it. This is just not a great pack for how I started. I think I might just take the best card in the pack and just hope it pans out from there. Because I'm still so unsure with my colors. Travel preparation seems awesome. That seems fantastic. Four mana 3/3 that turns into a 5/5 that can regenerate. Definitely not bad. Abby Griffin seems great too. Jeez, I'm leaning towards this card. I don't have a ton of creatures yet, but this card just seems so powerful. Nevermore. Yeah, I don't need that. I'm definitely okay taking the Voiceless Spirit. I need to pick up a couple more creatures at some point. Alright, hey look, foiled Delver. Delver. Alright, I like Slayer the Wicked a lot. And I already have 2 wolves. Even a third wouldn't be the worst, but I am absolutely going to take this. Kind of an easy pickup for me. And Selfless Cathar seems decent. It looks like I'm trying to be aggressive in this deck. Or at least somewhat aggressive. Blazing Torch, another good option with early creatures. I think I'm going to take the removal, actually. Two mana Shock You. Requirement, a creature. Yeah, I like what's going on so far. Probably just looking to pick up maybe like an Avacyn's Pilgrim or 2, or a couple more 3 and 4s, 3s and 4s. I could take Lumbernut. I could also take another Travel Preparations. I think this card is just great, so I'm just gonna try to pick up another one of those and try to wheel some creatures. Need to find some creatures. Hey, that's a creature. Another Gutter Grime. That would be so funny if I could get that to work with Intangible Virtue. I just don't have enough to make that great. I am down with 5 mana 4/5. Not the greatest, but I could also do Doom Traveler. Also Selfless Cathar. Lots of options in this pack. I think I want something a little higher on the curve. Yeah, I like this card too. Do a Moment of Heroism. Sure, I'll take an Abby Griffin. Not the best card, not the worst card. Just decent overall. All right, what else we got? Sure. The likelihood of me actually needing this is super, super small, but that'd be hilarious if this was okay. Like our opponent had like a one card out. Wrath Geist. I don't really have a lot of graveyard utilizing cards. Otherwise, it could look good. Alright, so we need to pick up some ones and threes, creature-wise. That's the goal. Or just more twos. I like 2 drops. We did pass a couple Selfless Cathars that could have looked okay. Skurstag Priest. Oh, it sucks that I'm not in black for this. This card's amazing. Yeah, we really don't have removal in this deck either. We have the Rig that can kill a flyer. We have, where'd it go? Bonds of Faith and the Blazing Torch. Our removal is very limited, but the Priest is probably the best card for us to take. The green cards both look super not great. And I like the Priest. Another Gallows. I'll take a Prey Upon. I like Prey Upon with Dark Thicket Wolf and Cloistered Youth. And these two. It's not the best though. I have a lot of good takes from this pack. It's probably either going to be the Gallows Warden or the Ovenwald Mystics. I don't think Woodland Sleuth is better than Ovenwald Mystics. And I don't think that Silver Chase is all that great. And Prey Upon really just isn't fantastic in this deck. I have a couple good creatures to use it with, but not very many. I think I'm just going to take the 4-mana 3/3. It's not a great card, but it's a card that we'll definitely play. Take a Rebuke. A little insurance. There's an Avacyn's Pilgrim. That's what we wanted. Was waiting for that one. Another intangible virtue. This is one of my favorite cards, and I don't even get to draft it. Alright. Take another 5-drop. Something a little bigger that can get in the way. Now we're talking. So we have a Avacyn's Pilgrim and a Mulch, both good ways to get lands. I don't utilize my graveyard very well. I'm gonna definitely take the second Avacyn's Pilgrim. And then if I could get another Selfless Cathar somewhere in these packs, or heck, even a Boar. Boar looks good. Another Travel Preparations. These are going crazy right now. Finding me, and I just feel like this card is so good in my deck. I don't think I need 3 though. 2 seems like a good number. And Viscerhide Boar. It's probably better than a couple of my other 4-drops. Jeez. So strong. Alright, now it looks like we've got a deck. Okay, wow, 2 of those wheeled. I wish this gave +1/+0. The toughness just seems so underwhelming to me. Oh, I accidentally didn't take a card. The Cobbled Wings is fine though. That's actually one of the cards I was considering taking. Whoops. Orchard Spirit. I might actually play that Orchard Spirit. Alright, let's build us a deck. We're already pretty close to where we want to be. Let's see. We probably want to cut 2 cards from this. I'm thinking a 2 and a... a 2 and a 4 maybe? Another creature I control dies. It flips. Interesting. Definitely not that powerful. Abby Griffin's really not that fantastic either. However, it is a flyer and I have 2 travel preparations. Probably cut this. And maybe the Cobbled Wings. Probably the Cobbled Wings. I like Cobbled Wings on Dark Thicket Wolf. I like it on Cloistered Youth. Doesn't do anything really on Orchard Spirit or any of the flyers on the top end, but I mean, all of these cards with flying, it seems like a good thing. Kind of like it. If anything, I feel like I can cut this Orchard Spirit. Maybe the Moment of Heroism. No, I kind of like that. Or kind of scrunch for removal. Having a trick would be a good thing. I like all of our 2s a lot. Might be Spider Grasp actually. Let's cut that. It's a fine board card. Let's save this deck and let's do it. Let's get this done. Oh yeah, need to add basic lands. Duh. Heavier on green than white, huh? I think I actually want to split this one even. I need these white cards early. There we go. Now I get to play Magic. Awesome. This deck doesn't look as good as the one I 3-0'd with earlier today. And that one was green-white as well. But this has a lot of the same things going on. Just less of a top end. Well, this looks pretty good if I draw land at any point. I think I'm going to risk this one. Hope we don't get dead weighted or tragic slipped. Forest go. All right, Ambush Viper. Good thing I didn't attack. I think I'm okay blocking this. Don't really have an issue with that. I don't really have the mana to use this efficiently right now, so that trade feels just fine for me. And we're kind of getting punished here. I thought maybe I could find a land by now, but guess we'll just have to work off a 2. So they missed their land drop. Now I'm gonna be a little obnoxious for this Orchard Spirit because Voiceless Spirit has first strike. This next turn I can probably... Okay, they're just going to bounce Voiceless Spirit to my hand. That makes sense. Get in for, like, not a lot of damage at all. And nothing? Alright. Have it your way. I'm not attacking. I guess I could put the Cobbled Wings on the Hausen's Pilgrim. I'm not going to do that. Alchemy. Alright. Looks like they're going to have some graveyard shenanigans in their deck somewhere. That might be something I Bonds of Faith. I don't think I need to right now, but then again, we'll see. I kind of like just playing the Savvy Griffin. The reason being is, like, next turn I can do something like Bonds of Faith something, and Travel Preparations, put +1/+1 counters on my flyer. Definitely like that. My opponent has no cards in hand. Like, this is probably going to get bigger, but what can you do? Just Bonds of Faith it next turn. All right. think that's all I'm going to do. And if we could top deck another land, that'd be fantastic. All right, top 2 cards into his graveyard. You got a Claustrophobia and a Forest. Not exactly what the doctor ordered on that one. Ooh, Runechanter Spike. Equipped creature has first strike and gets +X+0, where X is the number of instants and sorceries in the graveyard. So that is 1, 2, 3. That's pretty good. Seems like a solid card. Yep. Got an unblockable 4/1. Hexproof. I think that seems like a good thing for them. So I'm taking 6. I'm gonna take it. This way I get to travel preparations on my Abbey Griffin, and it has vigilance, so like next turn I'll be able to block the Orchard Spirit. I took a good chunk of damage, but we'll see if I can crawl my way back into this one. All right, a Forest, excellent. So I get to leave this up. Not that it really matters that that's up, but I can cast the Grizzled Outcast. I don't particularly like that. Part of me just wants to travel prep, but don't know about that either. That'd be 8 damage in the air, and the next turn I can win in the air. This would have to hit double creature for me to lose that way. It doesn't look good either way. So hold on. Okay, there we go. I'm just going to show him this one travel prep as well. Oh, this has vigilance. Now I'm actually like just fine to make this attack. I haven't said that this had vigilance. Jeez, what's wrong with me? Alright, here we go. So let's put them to 10. Next turn I have another travel preparations that can lethal them. I'm gonna mill a card. It's a land. I get an Avacyn's Pilgrim off that, so it's a 2/2. Oh, yeah, you got me there. Guys, this was a good draw for them. What do you think? God. Okay. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I can only block one of it. Well, that was a good draw for the opponent. Okay. They pace themselves really well. I think I would like another moment of heroism over let's do an Abyssinian priest. I think the gain life is what I want to have there. Would I like to play first? Yes. I will keep this. So you have a turn 2 Orchard Spirit. Whoa, mirror. Ooh, this curve though. Turn 2 Orchard Spirit, turn 3 Abbey Griffin. I like it. I like it a lot. We need to draw some more spells, keep this guy from flipping. Definitely don't want to see that. Oh, that seems like a strong thing to have. That's just gross. Jeez. And both of their creatures are humans too. Maybe I should have boarded in the Bramble Crush. Because I saw their other equipment last game. That was pretty brutal. Yeah, you got it. 10-point life swing incoming. So now it doesn't have lifelink. Noted. So I have a couple options. I can put the Bonds of Faith on Avacyn's Pilgrim and just start swinging and like maybe take just another hit off 7, or I could play both my spells, make sure this flips back. Even then it's attacking for 5 lifelink. I think I'd rather take the 7 hit. And if this doesn't flip back, so this is good for them while this is good for them when this is a human, and when it's not a human, then it's bad for them. So if they have 2 spells to cast the next turn, then Bonds of Faith could be really, really bad for me. It's not like it has first strike or anything. Could just give my Avacyn's Pilgrim a buff. Can play Dark Thicket Wolf and Pomp. Like double block the big guy. But if I put this on Avacyn's Pilgrim, I swing for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Putting them to 8. I think I like that. I think this is my best line for victory. Not that I'm claiming it's a good line or anything. So they go to 12. And take this hit. Okay, so this is a human. Don't think it matters if he trades with the Avacyn Pilgrim or not. But Abby Griffin can always block if they don't have a trick, which we know that they have multiple ways to get one creature off the board. I think I'm just going to attack with these three. Actually, I'm going to play a creature this turn too. Having 2 creatures up should be enough. Who's at 8? So I'm playing the Dark Thicket Wolf because I can pump in it. It's a 4/4 body instead of a 3/3 body that the Elvenwold Mystic has. So this is attacking for lethal. Yeah, and he's not even going to play anything. And I think he's right not to. So this can kill a werewolf, so that was probably one of my best draws. We'll see if it resolves. Okay. Awesome. We get a game 3. That game felt much, much better. I felt like I played my cards right. And I think I want this Bramble Crush, not because it's like the most amazing card in the world, but we've seen 2 equipment that seem very, very good for their deck. And on that note, I don't think the Blazing Torch looks all that impressive. I mean, it can kill something, but maybe I could cut a Travel Prep since they have like bounce spells and put stuff on the top of your library. Another thing to mention, Bonds of... You know, I think I'm going to cut the Bonds of Faith. They have like cards that specifically want humans in play. And I feel like this has no good targets. So I'm going to bring the Bramble Crush in. Normally I love the Avacyn Pilgrim hand, but I'm not keeping that. This does not look all that fantastic either. However, with this hand, we have a lot to draw into. I don't want to mulligan this. Definitely not what I'm looking for in a game 3 hand, but... we're on the draw at least. We're on the draw. Okay. Sure. Of course. Of course. Couldn't have drawn anything else. Alright, let's pass it. No swings. Second main. Ambush Viper main phase? Okay. Well, most of our deck is creatures, and I'm really close to 100% sure. I think we only have like one or two more non-creatures, non-lands in the deck. Played my land, yeah. Awesome. This is exactly how I planned this game to go. It's possible I'm supposed to mulligan that again. But there's still a lot of room to get back into this game. We'll see. Yeah. That's a good card. Wow, he's down to one card in hand. A Rune Enchanter's Pike that does literally nothing. But this card is just going to fuel him. I hope I get like a Rebuke or like at least a creature that I can Blazing Torch this before it gets out of hand. That's at least a creature. I'll take it. I'll take it. So I'm going to leave up Moment of Heroism. If I can make a good block, then that'd be great. All right. He gets a Scarab. So this is a 2/2. So I can still kill this card, which is good. Kind of hoping he just hits his land drop and does a whole lot of nothing. Sure. It's not exactly a whole lot of something. And he hit a land off this. Not great. You got it. This just gets first strike, right? Yeah. Alright, let's kill that thing dead, and then we can get rid of the Ambush Viper. I don't like the whole first strike death touch dealio. That's probably what I'll use my Blazing Torch on. Another option is to get rid of the Derange Assistant. This would make it so... Ooh, okay. Because this keeps putting cards in the graveyard, and this could potentially make Rune Enchanter's Pike a decent card from here. And the issue is Invisible Stalker with Rune Enchanter's Pike, not this. I can continue to tap this down. So I actually think I want to Blazing Torch this, as weird as it may be. I don't really want him to get any more out of it. Anything else at all. So let's just get this into play and equip the Cobbled Wings onto the Cloistered Youth. I don't have good blocks this turn, but next turn I can start, I can cast Travel Prep both times and just get these guys up and going. This is still a problem as a blocker, but at least I can get Cloistered Youth like going like crazy. And I always have this if I draw land. Yep, that's the expected attack. I love seeing this turn sideways, because he doesn't know I can just travel prep, and attack for like what, 8 damage. Why, yes, I would like to transform this. Alright, let's, I mean, this is risky, but we're already behind. I don't feel like I can play all that conservatively when we're playing from behind like this. Another option, though, is I could just swing for 4, keep back the Avacyn's Priest, and, like, tap this down, and, like, play an Avacyn's Pilgrim. I actually might like that more, because this is doing so much. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave that Travel Prep for next turn. And just start getting in big time with the flying 4/4 here. Deal myself a little bit of damage. That seems like a good thing for my opponent to do. Now I'm really hoping to get that land, get this Grizzled Outcast. So I'm just like losing 1 life for nothing each turn. He's been waiting for something to come down on this. I kind of figured I'd see like a bounce spell, but I think this is a much, much better alternative, and I accidentally clicked through that. Because I'm SMRT smart. Oh, a Rebuke. See, that's why I did it. I'm just going to attack with this then. Actually, I might cast the Grizzled Outcast this turn. I think I need to. That way I can get the Cobbled Wings set up, and like 2 damage isn't really much. Yeah, I think I need to do that. Yep. Down to 10. Both my opponent and I have 1 card left in our hand, and I definitely have a better board presence than they do. You got it. 3 damage coming across. They hit their land that turn. That makes me feel really good about what's going on. Maybe. Never mind. Looks like they had a land in hand, and they just played it so they could play their Murder Crows. Murder of Crows. Yep, pay 2 mana. Let's get that all equipped. So I can use this plus Rebuke, and that way this guy flips. Can I win next turn if I do that? I drop down to 6. They would hit for 4, and I'm hitting for 5 right now. I could leave this up. So my thinking is I can tap this down, hit for 4, right? Leave my Avacyn's Pilgrim up to like deal with theirs, I guess. Or I could just hit for 5, put them to 9, and then rebuke whatever's hitting me for the hardest this next turn. And in doing so, I'm playing nothing, so this flips into a 7/7 next turn, and it makes their attack just look bad all over the place, and they can't really keep this back as a blocker. So that's my thoughts. I think I am just going to attack with both of these. Once again, we're really, really weak to a good draw, good interaction spell from the opponent. So we're at 6 this turn. And the most damage I see coming from them is 4 because of my rebuke. If they're smart, they'll leave back their Avacyn's Pilgrim or the Invisible Stalker so that I can't tap down their blocker. They did show me that they just drew a land. This is definitely killing me. This is another very interesting line. I can rebuke here, take 1. Next turn, like tap, or I can play defense with it. This is actually so strong on offense. Yeah, I'm still going to rebuke. Or can I? No, I don't think I can. I think I need to take this. Let me rethink. Okay, so the 7/7, I can put Cobbled Wings on it and tap down the Murder of Crows, attack with Avacyn's Pilgrim, and that. Probably leave Avacyn's Pilgrim back this next time. I probably should have left this back. Just going to 3 and I just lose to this. We don't have enough mana to play both of these just off of lands. I think I have to take this. I'm just going to play this combat smarter. There we go. Or I could just like attack. So I wonder if he just snap blocks this. Because we go to 2 this turn. Okay. So I have 5 mana to work with. I can tap the Ambush Viper down with 1 of it, leaving up 3. I don't really need to rebuke if I tap it down. I think getting this onto the board is just so necessary. And if I need to rebuke, I can rebuke. If not... Okay, so I go to 2. Captain QC, you're the best. Thank you. Have a nice night, my friend. So they're beginning combat. I'm just going to tap this down. So I have to win this next turn. This kills me at my end step. Alright, so this is 7 damage automatically. Yeah, this should be good enough. Unless they drew a good old trick to win the game. Got it. Awesome. Starting off with a 1-0. I feel like I played my cards right in all 3 of those games. Excellent. Probably could have played a couple things a touch better. I could have left that Avacyn Pilgrim back that one turn. Would have given me another turn to figure that match out. But I think I lucked out a little bit in the way that I got to win on the last turn there. Cloistered Youth, powerful card, but yes, it can kill you. It is a risk for sure. All right, more Halloween candy for me. I mean, this deck definitely has weaknesses. It's not the most powerful thing. After playing one round with it, I kind of expect to lose a round at some point. Not that I'm going to try to do that, but it kind of feels like a 2-1 deck to me. More or less. Not my best draft. No opponent. Join. Okay. The match has started. Why is it over here? All right. Once again, a ton of lands and travel preparations. This is like the easiest mulligan ever. And no white on this one. We have 8 white in our deck. You know, I think I'm going to keep this since we have the scry. And we're on the draw. And we're going to bottom that. Looking for white mana. Jeez, maybe I'm just like known for the greedy sixes, you know? Typically I like taking sixes like this because it's like, I have a lot of good draws. There's still a lot of land in my deck. Oh, and I'm not going to be able to cast something. Ouch, this could hurt. White source. That's a green source. Well, we're in trouble. We got a 3-1 first strike. And we don't have a play for a while. If we got a white source for the Voiceless Spirit, then I suppose that would look pretty great. But sure doesn't look good against the Ashmouth Hound. Alright. This was definitely my bad on the mulligan. I felt like we could find white mana a little sooner than this. Alright. Let's concede. That was dumb. They have a lot of early creatures. Moment of Heroism seems great. And I think Cobbled Wings isn't quite what I want in a matchup like this. Also, Threeman Sentry is going to be really hard for them to work around. Abby Griffin seems quite weak as well. Let's do that. Yeah, I'll play first. Look at that. A green land and a white land. A play on turn 1 and 2. This is what we want to see. Excellent. That last game in Avacyn's Pilgrim would have fixed everything. Alright, well that decides it for me. I'm definitely playing Dark Thicket Wolf. And I want to kill this ASAP. This card is terrifying. Stromkirk Noble. Man, this card was so good in its day. So good. Alright, now we're just looking to hit some lands. I mean, I would love to hit a land so I can Blazing Torch and play Cloistered Youth. Not to mention we're just like sitting on every high mana cost card in our entire deck. Once again, it was a keep with some risks, but I figured since I had 3 playable cards, it was much better than the last one. Alright. No attacks. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, no attacks. Our wolf is able to keep this off. And they've got a lovely upkeep stop that they keep forgetting about. Alright, we found a land. Thank goodness. So my idea of good time is to kill this Stormkirk Noble. Don't care about the Typhoid Rats. I don't care which one they want to trade with. It's just going to happen the way it's going to happen. Another option is like, since this actually deals with the Stormkirk Noble pretty well, I could kill the Death Toucher, swing, and play Cloistered Youth. If this becomes like a 2/2, then like I'm sitting on so much power on board. This is really annoying, but I don't want to get too aggressive since I don't actually have other cards in my hand I can cast. So I think just waiting for a minute and killing this is probably my best line. And he's probably pretty okay seeing me killing that. No, wasn't a lot of investment for him to just play a little 1/1 and he gets killed. And they don't find a land and they just concede. Well, okay. So we had two just completely terrible games. And we're on to a game 3. Lean back a little bit. Don't think there are a lot of changes I want to make. I like where our 4-drops are. Just Spirit's not the greatest, but this card could be quite strong. They have a lot of aggressive creatures, and this card is really, really annoying. I might like it better than Orchard Spirit. Because the way that we're winning is by winning the long game. Or at least in a game 3, that's what I'm going to try to do. Man, deck. Lands, please. Oh, this is just not what you want to see. Alright, this card is much, much better this game. A lot better. Another treble. So I need another land to play Grave Bramble before this Stormkirk Noble gets completely out of hand. Doesn't matter what color the land is at the moment. They have a follow-up play. This is not how I wanted to lose a round. Just like, don't show up, mulligan into oblivion. Both games I lost. This doesn't have reach either. I need to top deck a land. Oh man, they're curving? Alright. Settle down, opponent. There we go. Well, That spells our doom, doesn't it? I'm glad I didn't take the third one of these. I keep finding them in hands with no creatures, and I think we're running like 16 or 17 creatures in our deck. So I'm definitely throwing this under. Oh, he gets to kill this first. Alright, guys. Can't even deal with that match. Just can't even. Not how I wanted to lose, because that was a very, very winnable match for us. And honestly, I think that the matchup itself is quite good. But you can't have it all. Alright. Let's do this. I'm going to play first. I've got 2 lands and a bunch of 4s. Oh, this hand. These hands are killing me, guys. I'm going to keep this one. Not because I want to, but... Oh, this is... having some rough mulligans. I didn't realize that my deck had issues with that. While building it, I didn't realize it anyway. I just bottomed one. Okay. Cloistered Youth. Deal with it. 2 mana, 3/3. So good. And that sucker's gonna flip. So is mine. Yeah. There we go. It's not gonna flip. Just a pass? I really wanted this to flip. Alright, 3/3 Intimidate. I think I take this trade. Alright, we're a land away, a forest away from our Scavenger, and any land away from Gallows Warden. And we can always just pump this if we Don't get... if we get the one spell that we can't cast. Alright, put him to 11. I don't know if they have another color in their deck or if they're mono green. The fact that they're... I'm going to guess that they're color screwed. They've got to be. They have just got to be. Well, I continue to have plays. That's good. I mean, my Pilgrim will have an easy time with that. Okay. Look, the other card we can't cast. I don't actually know if there's a single other card in our deck that we can't cast with this mana, or a land that can help us cast a spell. This is like super, super awkward. Just continue what I'm doing, I guess. All right, they're at 7. Just keep going with this wolf. If they're really color screwed, they may not have another spell to cast off these. Nope, they're okay. Okay, that's not all too special. Oh, I did have another 5-drop. Guys, this is ridiculous. Oh, this is so funny. Alright, so their Deuter becomes a 2/2. Fine. This is the weirdest game ever. Probably not actually, but what can you do? And just no plays. Alright, you got it. Just keep this board tapped. When he's doing this, it does force me to do this. He doesn't know that I can't actually do anything else. I mean, I can play the Abyssinian Priest, but it's... Oh, that's really good. Alright, well now we have to draw a land. Sure, you got it. Hit for 7 this turn and do it. I'd laugh so hard if they had another one. Another Spidery Grasp. All right. Look at that beauty. So I think I actually want to play this Ulvenwald Mystics to leave up an Avaconian Priest to tap something down. I think it's like the most threatening thing I can do. We don't actually know if they have a spell to cast either. Or sorry, Ulvenwald Mystics is what I meant. No good attacks. Just gonna tap the boar. They just drew a land. I think they're actually on mono green. There's no way. 6 forests? That's ridiculous. Yep, this is going to flip into a 5/5 with Regenerate. I've got a Bonds of Faith. Kind of want to just put this on here and pump. Just swing. They don't have lethal on board. This way I'm attacking lethal like no matter what 2 creatures hit. Another option for me is just pump these 2, attack with everything, Bonds of Faith the boar. I think I might like that better actually. That way I can leave up a green. In fact, because of Spidery Grasp, I'm going to do this now. Okay. Awesome. Once again, we have like 2 kind of crap, just like another crappy game. This has not been the best league to stream, but not too many of you in the chat tonight, so... let me think. So against green, I really like having these tricks, especially where they're throwing tricks at us. Having things to like counter back seems like something I'm can be for. Yeah, we had every single card in our deck that we couldn't cast. So I'm pretty happy that we were able to make it out of there. Cobbled Wings is one I'm pretty happy to have. Moment of Heroism looks good. I like all these cards quite a bit. I even like Rebuke. Orchard Spirit might be the only card I don't like. Just kind of not a big fan of it in general. Oh man. Deck, please. Alright. Alright. We're going 3 into 5, guys. That's the way this is gonna work. That's just... This 5 was so much better than our 7 and our 6 that... No plays for the first 2 turns, and we find a 2-drop. Excellent. All right. Let's see. A 2/3. It's a human. All right. Knew they had another color. I mean, it was kind of obvious, but still knew it. Oh, I didn't update my record, did I? For 1/1. Sure. That's not a card that's doing really all that much anything at the moment. I'm a little confused as to why he didn't attack last turn. There really wasn't a reason not to. Alright, they have a 4/4. Once this flips, I can tap it down. But as for now, this will be in the way. I know that there are a lot of cards that they have that are going to be, that are going to try to trick, like bait into a block. I'm definitely not blocking with this if they attack. And knowing they have Spidery Grasp makes it even hard. Like once they hit, it makes it even hard for me to attack back in. But if they want a Spidery Grasp, there's a good chance that they don't have a play now. Well, if there's ever been a play that shows, hey, I have Spidery Grasp, it's what's going on right now. Tapping Avacyn's Pilgrim. They're going to attack with their 4/4. No attack with the 4/4? Alright, never mind. I think I'm just going to attack with the Voiceless Spirit. I am definitely playing around combat tricks. And I think I kind of have to, knowing that there's no gas in my hand. Really confused about the claustrophobia. Okay. So they can't Spidery Grasp this turn, so I can actually attack with this. I think I want to. They have to block everything on this to kill it, and I would be able to kill 2 creatures. And they could definitely have another trick, but... Oh, okay. Wow, they're just chumping. Interesting. Getting a counter on that, milling probably themselves a card. Oh, milling me a card. Okay. That was definitely a good card to mill. from them. That makes me feel pretty good. Whoa. I need to draw a spell. Well, that's a thing. Alright, looks like we're going to get a game 3. So this deck goes way, way big. Alright, so we have one card that can win us the game from this standpoint. One card. They really should have attacked with everything. I don't know why they didn't. We have 2 of them in our deck. Or actually, Active Heroism would work too. Wow, there are a lot of cards that can win us the game from this standpoint. Come on. Alright. If they, like, butcher another... Oh, they have trample. Yeah, I guess this game's just over. Yeah. Okay. So, in that moment, a Blazing Torch would have won it. A Moment of Heroism or a Travel. That was 5 cards in our deck would win on the spot. The odds still weren't like fantastic, but still kind of crazy that we couldn't get there. All right. Seeing what their deck is doing, I'm actually kind of liking the Orchard Spirit. Man, I like all these cards quite a lot. It's probably this card or the Festerhide Boar. Probably like this one better, but our mana's been sketchy, but this card's probably just better than the Boar in most cases. Thank goodness. Some mana, some plays, a hand I can just snap keep. Where has this hand been all tournament? Alright. This hand's also very beatable, so... Excellent. No plays. We have a turn 2 Wolf. Yes, no plays. Awesome. I can just pump this guy and swing. Just do it main phase, not scared. So if they play... Okay, so they're playing a human. I love seeing that because of this. Sorry, I love seeing the Avacyn's Pilgrim because of Bonds of Faith. Definitely attacking first. If he blocks, I pump, and then I play the Avacyn's Pilgrim. In fact, I may even do that anyway. I think I will. Keep his guy from flipping. Oh, that's a good card. Alright, so that was definitely a reason to not do what I did. If this ever flips, though, I can just slay it. I'm actually pretty happy to see the Orchard Spirit. Hold on. I may want to attack. If he blocks, I can Moment of Heroism. Then play Orchard Spirit. If they have a trick, then that would hurt, though. No, I think I'm going to save that for the Orchard Spirit. That way, if they get all wise and try to prey upon, I at least have something to do. Okay. It's Bonds of Faith, the Spider. Let's continue to get in with the Orchard Spirit. So I have another white source. This way I get to hold up Moment of Heroism. Wow, all right. So they clearly had nothing, and I'll make out with some play points. All right, I'm going to call that a night, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Those of you who are still here, we'll have to jump on some other drafts tomorrow. I think I still may be able to do... Oh no, tomorrow's Wednesday, huh? Yeah, that's probably it for Innistrad, unfortunately, for us. I was hoping to see a Liliana. That would have been a lot of fun. But all right, that'll do it. So thanks for joining us. I'd like to thank Paragon City Games for sponsoring the stream. And have a great night, guys. Hail Heroes.